Hi Foxes! Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brittany and I am an online reseller. I go by SHOPFOXBURROW and I'm on Poshmark, Etsy, and Instagram, and here on YouTube. And I'm the same name everywhere, so you can follow me on all the different platforms. But today I am here with a little what sold video. So I'm actually just going to go over my last 10 sales on Poshmark and talk to you about why I picked the items up, how long they sat, and what they sold for. So if that sounds interesting to you and you like reseller content, stay tuned. Now before I begin, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell notification down below so you get notified when I do new videos. I do a lot of reseller content and a lot of vintage based content, and then some style and fashion stuff as well. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, then I would love to have you here on my channel. So I've got my phone here with me. I am just going to go over the last 10 sales that I had on Poshmark. And I'll be putting information over here so that you can see exactly what I sold, or I'll just pop something up straight over the screen, whatever is fastest. So the last thing I sold was last night. It was a Stitch Fix cardigan from my Stitch Fix palette that I purchased. I'll link the two videos that I have about that palette and the buying process down below. And I do plan to do an update soon, but that sold for $35. It was new with tags, and I paid about $6 per item on those, so I got about $22, which is pretty good. Next up is this Anthropologie dress. I love a lot of like the older Anthropologie stuff. I can recognize it, you know, the second that I see it. And this was the two-wheeler dress. It was by Porridge, and it's just a cotton shirt dress, and it has pockets and it has little puff shoulders, and the only size available on Poshmark was a size 0. This one was a 6, and it sold within 48 hours of listing. I had it listed for I think $89, and it sold for $70 with an offer from a buyer. I paid, I think, $22 for that from ThredUp. Made somewhere around $23 after all the fees were taken out. And cost of goods too, so. My next sale was actually this disc golf bag. It was by Upper Park Designs. My husband is an avid disc golfer. He loves playing. And when you enter tournaments, you get a lot of times what's called a player's pack. So they'll just like get a bunch of different stuff from various vendors who are prominent in the disc golf community, and it's like just like a goodie bag or a giveaway bag, kind of like when you attend Posh Fest, you get the swag bag. It's basically the same thing. And every now and then he'll get a disc golf bag as a swag bag. And he already has like 2 disc golf bags that he just loves, so he didn't want this one. I looked it up, it retailed for $60, but they're sold out on their website, so I went ahead and listed it on Poshmark for $60. It doesn't fit in with my closet aesthetic, so and I didn't really have a place to store it easily. So someone came along and offered me $30. I countered at $45 and they came back at $35. I asked my husband if that was okay, and he said yeah, whatever. He didn't want it. So I sold it for $28, or I sold it for $35, and then my takeaway was $28. And again, it was just something that he gave me for free to list, and that sold in like a day and a half, and then I had other people asking me if I had more. So if you find disc golf bags, they're definitely worth picking up. There's a lot of disc golfers out there, and it sold super quick. So next up was this scarf from Vera Newman. She is a very like prolific and popular scarf designer from like the 60s onward. And this was a really beautiful scarf. It was a great colorway, like a navy and a pink. Kind of the color scheme I've got going on now, but then also like a green in there. And that scarf sold, I think, one day after listing it. and sold for full asking price of $34. If a Vera Newman scarf is not damaged, I will almost always pick it up when I see it, especially if I can get it for under like $5. It's pretty much always a good pickup for me. The next item that sold was a holdout from my Halloween collection, which I dropped back in September on Poshmark, and I posted a lot about it on social media. Most of the things have sold. I still have about 3 or 4 like specifically Halloween themed things that haven't sold yet. So I sent out a 30% off offer on this dress. I had it priced at $29, but I sent out an offer for $20 with discounted shipping, and someone took me up on that, and it was just like a Rose Gal, like inexpensive dress, and I actually picked it up at the bins, so you know, I maybe had like 75 cents into it, and my earnings were $13.88, so somewhere around $13 after you take out my cost of goods. Alright, my next 5 sales. The next sale was an LL Bean cardigan. I had actually relisted this pretty recently. I find that most LL Bean that I list does pretty well, and this one I had listed for $34. I sent out 10% offers on my entire closet with discounted shipping, and somebody took me up on that, so it sold for $30 with $4.99 shipping, and that left me with $21.88. I did get this at the bins, so it probably cost me somewhere around that $1.88 mark, and so I probably made around $20 on this one. Next up was a ModCloth cardigan by the brand Nymph, and this was a cream colored cardigan, long sleeve, and it had little embroidered polka dots all over it in different colors. I like to call that confetti. The keyword confetti seems to do pretty well for me, so anytime that I feel like it's relevant, I do use it. It sold for 10% off with that offer to likers. I had it listed at $38. It sold for $34, and then the shipping discount, so my net earnings were $25.08, and I paid $7 for this item from ThreadUp. So I made around $18 on that cardigan. And that also sold very quickly after listing, I think just 48 hours maybe. This Stitch Fix top sold within 24 hours after listing. It was a pink clover baseball style tee. It was one of the like lower value items for my Stitch Fix box palette, and it was super soft, and somebody came in and offered me $15 for it. I believe I had it listed at $25, and I countered them back with $18, and they did accept that, and then they paid shipping. So I had a net earnings of about $14.40, and again, these items cost me about $6 per item, so I made somewhere around $9 on that. Next sale was a vintage item. I had this jumpsuit listed at $56, and someone came in and offered me $46, and I went ahead and accepted that, no haggling. They paid shipping, and my net earnings was $36.80. And I actually bought this from a friend. I really wanted this to fit me, but unfortunately I couldn't really sit down when I wore it, so I went ahead and had to sell it, even though I was able to model it, and that was listed for quite a while, a lot longer than I expected. I expected that to sell very quickly, but I would say it probably took about 6 or 7 months to sell, and I'm gonna guess, I think I paid somewhere around $35 for it, so in this case I like just made my money back, and that's okay. And the last item that I'm going to be doing in this video was sale number 10. This sold on October 21st, so I think, what's today? Today is the 26th, so it sold 5 days ago. And it was a Stitch Fix dress, and it was by Sam Edelman, which I didn't even know that Sam Edelman made clothing until I got this Stitch Fix palette, and there were a couple of pieces by him in there. But it was a very cute long sleeve, like peasant-y dress. I was able to model it And I think I took a really cute cover shot and it sold pretty quickly. I believe it sold within 3 days of listing, and it sold for $50. I had it listed at $78, but I wasn't going to turn down a $50 offer, especially considering that it came in my palette and I paid $6 for it. So I made about $34 profit on that after my cost of goods and Poshmark's fees, and it sold quickly. So I was happy to move more Stitch Fix pieces, and they already received it and already left 5 stars. The rest of the items all shipped out this morning. So sales have been pretty slow for me over on Poshmark. Not terrible. I'm at least getting like a sale or two a day. But I'm listing somewhere between 10 to 15 or more items per day. So I don't know. This year has just been really weird for me. But I'm trying to amp up my listings and get my store full. Not because I think that fourth quarter is going to like blow the door down or anything like that, but that I really want to tackle just the things that I have around the house, and I really want to move into selling hard goods for the sort of remainder of the year. I live in a house that was once owned by my husband's grandmother, and she was a bit of a hoarder, and when we moved into the house, we pretty much just moved into it with like, I mean, they cleaned out the upstairs, but the downstairs was just filled with her stuff. And she was still alive at the time that we moved in. She has since passed, and all of the things inside the house went to us when we purchased it. And so we've just been like really slowly picking away at that, and we're just on like the very last of it. And so I just have a bunch of like hard goods that she had collected, and stuff that I've like seen value in through the years and I haven't wanted to throw away. But on the same hand, I haven't been excited about it because it's not mine and I didn't buy it, so I don't want to deal with it. But this year, I think I just really need to buckle down and get rid of a lot of that stuff. So I'm doing a last push on clothing. I am listing, I think, 80 items this week. I photographed yesterday. And then I've got a holiday collection that I want to do, and then clothing is just going to be put on the back burner until I can kind of tackle a lot of the hard goods from around the house. And so that is sort of where I'm going. So that is kind of why I want to build up the stock that is in my Poshmark closet, because I'm going to be letting that take sort of a back seat for a little while I work on hard goods. So let me know down below in the comments what your favorite sale was, and if you're mixing up your strategy for the holidays, let me know what you are doing. I am very interested to hear what you other resellers are doing. If you're primarily used to selling clothing, are you doing anything different to kind of try and capture some of those Q4 sales? So yeah, just let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you for my next video.